Riding roughshod over truth, freedom of faith and speech in the United Kingdom. That's how Church of England pastor Dr. Bernard Russell described the actions of Trent College when he presented his case before a judge this week. Reverend Russell is asking that his dismissal from the school be declared unlawful. In 2019, he was dismissed as school chaplain for preaching a sermon that presented a traditional Christian view of marriage and sexual identity. The pastor delivered the sermon after a student expressed concerns over implementation of Educate and Celebrate. That was a gender identity and sexual orientation training at the school.
I'd heard other people expressing these concerns and doubts and confusions. I said, yes, this is an important topic for the chaplain as someone who's supposed to guide people through the maze of moral and ethical life. That's a proper topic for me to talk about. So that's what I did.
The school reported Reverend Russell to the government's counter-terrorism watchdog group as a potential violent religious extremist. And Trent College told a local authority that the pastor was a danger to children. Following a disciplinary hearing, Reverend Russell was dismissed for gross misconduct. He won an appeal to the school's Board of Governors, but he was warned against broaching any topic or sermon that would distress members of the school body. Trent College required Russell's sermons to be reviewed by school leaders prior to delivery. Pastor Russell was furloughed during the COVID lockdown and then dismissed in December of 2020. The former Trent College chaplain contends the school discriminated against him for being too religious for the Christian school. Folks, unfortunately, unlike Dr. Russell, fewer pastors would take on today's woke culture. Here in the United States, a recent poll by George Barna and the Cultural Research Center found that only 37% of Christian pastors possess a biblical worldview. More and more pastors are allowing the prevailing culture to influence their churches instead of leading their churches to share the truth and influence the culture. In his Trent College sermon, Reverend Russell encouraged debate and discussion.
Now, when ideologies compete, we should not descend into abuse. We should respect the beliefs of others, even where we disagree. Above all, we need to treat each other with respect, not personal attacks. That's what loving your neighbor as yourself means.
Folks, the judge hearing Reverend Russell's arguments this month must rule in his favor. A free society, in this case England, cannot remain free if it limits the speech and sermons of its pastors. Religious leaders and people of faith are the conscience of a nation. They provide the moral guidance that the people need in order to thrive as a society. Without their godly vision and speech, the people will perish. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Be sure to follow us on the CBN News and NRB channels, social media, and our broadcast affiliates. And until next time, be blessed.